Hello everybody, how are you? This is Tanya and Freeman with Peddler's Den, and we're here to show you the birth of rubber stamps. Now, you will recognize my voice more than me because I'm usually the voice behind the camera, and I'm going to be the voice behind the camera part of today too. But the first thing we're going to talk about is the conception and the gestation of a rubber stamp. So, as an artist, the first thing we do is we come up with ideas, of course, and then we sketch that in pencil. When we are happy with our pencil sketching, then we have to ink it. Now, this is one of our images, and you can see that my original inked image is the better part of an 8.5 by 11. It's about 10 inches long, I think. When you prepare artwork for a rubber stamp, it has to be strictly black and white. You can't have any grayscale, and so you really need to use ink. Once you have the image inked, then you have to scale it. Now, for a lot of traditional stamps, that's not hard because you scale it to fit on the front of a card, right? But with scenic element stamps, it's a little more tricky because you want the images that are already in the line to be scaled proportionately with the new images that you're adding. So when we got done with this one, this was how we scaled it. It's still a long rubber stamp, but it's scaled down so that it proportionally makes a nice distant landscape element. Once you have the artwork drawn, and you have arrived at the scale, then you go to your computer and you have to scan it. Now, I won't go into all of the ugly details of the computer work. We use Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. I'm a graphic artist and a fine artist from way back. My commercial printing and art career started in 1975. So, yes, I'm a dinosaur. Ask my children, they'll tell you that. But anyway, I have to scan all of the images, and you have to do that in very specific ways. Now, the original art ends up being addressed many, many times because the scan that has to be used to make the engraving, to make the stamps, is going to be different in its prep and what have you, as it needs to be for the package inserts and for the website and all of the other things. So, you know, there's a lot that goes into that when it comes to the computer work. But once we have all of the images scaled and scanned, then we have to make an electronic layout. And we're going to jump to one of our more recent ones. This is what the electronic layout will look like. It's about 9 inches by 13 inches. You can do all one image or you can do multiple images. This one has multiple images. And when I get this ready, I have to email it to my engraver in California, and they will make an engraving. The engraving looks like this. It's made of magnesium. If the engraver does his work correctly, it'll come back ready for us to use as is. However, we have to kind of look at them, and every now and then there's a flaw, and every now and then I have to take a Dremel tool and I have to do retouching on the engraving. Makes me very, very nervous because these are expensive. But sometimes it's necessary. So once you've got the engraving, this is permanent, this is forever, this lives in our files. You know, it really is permanent. From this, we make what is called a matrix board. Now, we make these here in-house. This is a material that's very similar to Bakelite, and we make this in our vulcanizers. Let me turn the camera a little bit. We make the matrix board very much like we make the rubber. We put the engraving in, we put the matrix board on top of it, and we crank this up, And by using heat and pressure, it makes the image, it softens the surface of the board, and it imprints that image into this matrix board. Now, matrix boards are not forever. Matrix boards wear out. You know, they will eventually crack and crumble and what have you. And when that happens, we go back to the engraving and we make a new matrix board. The matrix board is our mold, and that's what we're going to use to press the rubber. This is my husband, Freeman. Freeman is our production guy here at Peddler's Den. He does all of the vulcanizing, he does all of the cutting of the rubber, the hand packaging. You know, we'd be lost without him. So today he's going to take this matrix board, which is our newest one. It has our fun images from Copperleaf Creations, and he is going to actually press a piece of rubber. So the first thing he's going to do is he is going to, I'm going to have to pull the camera off the stand. Yeah, you can do that. When we buy the rubber, let me see if I can flip this around. When we buy the rubber, it comes in giant rolls. And we have to take those rolls and we have to cut them up into matrix board size sheets. So Freeman has prepped one. He's got it ready to go here. It comes with a protective cover on it. He's going to be pulling that off. Right now he is warming the matrix board, because if you pre-warm them a little bit, the rubber will adhere to them better with fewer air bubbles. You don't want air bubbles. What's going to happen, and you're going to be able to see it, is when this is warm, he's going to peel that blue sheet off of the rubber. He's going to press the rubber by hand onto the matrix board, and he's going to put it back in the vulcanizer. Now, the vulcanizer uses pressure and heat to create the stamps. There are two plates. We have two vulcanizers. There are two plates. These both have heating elements in them. They get up to about 305 degrees temperature, and then we crank the pressure up. We use about 2,000 pounds per square inch. So you use the combination of the pressure and the heat, and what happens is the rubber is actually melted and is pressed into that matrix board, and it'll sit for about 12 minutes. This is what I'm calling the labor portion of the birth. It'll vulcanize for about 12 minutes before that rubber hardens and becomes a permanent rubber stamped image. Is that where you can, okay, I see the heat is only at 296 right now. We need to get that up just a little bit more. So while we're waiting for that to happen, I'm going to talk a little bit about getting the nursery ready. Now, I'm likening this to a nursery because that's the prep work. Let me see here. Flip this back around. No, hang on. I did that wrong. Give me a second. I'm not used to flipping it one way and then the other. Alrighty. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, so when I talk about preparing the nursery, I'm talking about redoing the artwork so that we can print the package inserts and redoing the artwork so that we can upload the images to our website. And, okay, it's coming. So you'll see that we have lots and lots of package inserts made here. Yeah, I'm wandering around with this. Freeman has the matrix board ready. Hang on. No, we are not even a little bit like professionals, so hang on. Okay, the matrix board has been warmed. Freeman is removing the protective covering from the rubber, and he's going to put it into the mold, And you're going to see him rubbing it because he's trying to make sure that there isn't any air bubbles that are going to get trapped in there and create flaws. Now, that piece of what looks like waxed paper, that goes on mostly to protect the heating element so that we don't have rubber melting onto our heating element. That will stay on the rubber throughout the vulcanizing process to protect the equipment. So into the vulcanizer it goes, and he's going to crank up the pressure. And you can see we're going to go up to about 2,000 psi. And we are now at 302 degrees. Well, it's going to fluctuate. The
rubber is cool.
The cool rubber has brought that down a little bit, but it's going to end up vulcanizing for about 12 minutes at 305 degrees. Okay, so back to getting everything else ready. I have worked in commercial printing since 1975. When we moved to Alabama, we kept enough of the print shop equipment so that we could print our own material. So I have to go back to the artwork, and I have to then design the package inserts. We have to price everything. We have to decide which size bags they all go into, and match up the rubber and the bags. Freeman, once the rubber comes out, will actually hand cut each one of the images out, and he will hand stuff them into the bags before he puts them into the display case. Let's see. I know I get ahead of myself, and alrighty, here we go. Let's see. I have a few notes because I knew that I'm trying to do too many things at once. I would get I would get lost. So yeah, I know, I was going to show you the book. It's really, the first time around, all of this is on my desk. I'm creating the package inserts. I'm printing them. I'm cutting them. We have a 30.5-inch hydraulic cutter that we do all of our cutting. That's from our commercial print shop. So no, we don't cut by hand. But the first time around, that's easy because that's all me. But when Freeman needs to reorder inserts from me across the room, he has to give me the number of the insert, but we also have them color-coded as to what size bag they go in. And when we print them, we print all of one size bag at a time. So in our book, each one of the sheets, there's copies of each plate in there, and it's color-coded to tell both Freeman and I what size bags each one of those use, and consequently, which size of paper I'm going to have to use when I'm printing those inserts. They're printed either 11/17, 12/18, or 13/19. Those are the three sizes of paper that we run through our equipment. Then there's the website. When we release new stamps, the process isn't quick or easy. Getting the original artwork is just the first step. Then we have to go back, and I have to create electronic canvases of each and every item, which gets uploaded onto the website. And with that, I have to have the dimensions and the weight. I have to tag it. We have to make sure everything is in there properly so that when you go to the website and you order a stamp, you get the right stamp, you pay the right price, and hopefully the shipping is correct. That isn't 100%, but all of this stuff goes in to help format that, to help the website process run more smoothly. Let's see what else is in my notes here. All right, so we are waiting for the delivery of the new rubber stamps. While we are waiting for the vulcanization process, I'm going to talk a little bit about Peddler's Den and some of the things that you can expect from us. I will be back here on Thursday, and I'll be doing a sneak peek of some of the items that we're going to be offering on the flash sale on Saturday. So join me again on Thursday the 14th at noon. Then I've got 3 more lives in this group later on this month, focusing on other things that we're offering, some of which is very new, some of which is really designed for scrapbookers rather than card makers and stampers. I want you to notice the lovely apron that our model is wearing. You can win one of these. This is going to be one of the prizes this month. You'll notice that it is fully adjustable, and it really does fit anybody. You can make it longer, shorter, you can tuck it and tie them back. Our people wear these at the shows. Some of you have already seen them. They have 2 nice pockets in the front that you can use for your tools or for your cell phone. You're going to want one of these. So make sure that you watch for that prize drawing. We have a retreat coming up. We run a stamping retreat. This year it's in Scottsboro, Alabama, which is northeast Alabama. It's April 9th through the 13th. We have tables that are loaded with rubber stamps, not just our rubber stamps, but ours and some other companies too, for everyone to share. Everybody has their own seat, much like you would find in a scrapbook crop, and you work on whatever projects you want. You bring all of your own consumables, very much like a crop, but you have the opportunity to have fun with hundreds, if not thousands, of stamps that you probably don't own. So that's one of the benefits of it. We have people that fly in for this. We've had people come from as far as New Zealand for our retreat and my classes. So we also have a modest tool table, which features the essentials like paper trimmer, rulers, paper cutter, a cuttle bug, heat gun, just the basics, so that people that are flying in and coming long distances, they don't have to worry about bringing all of their basic tools. They just have to bring basically their consumables. In addition to that, and you can work around the clock at your seat if you want. That seat is yours for the duration of the retreat. In addition to that, we have optional classes. And some people come just for the classes. Some people come just for the opportunity to work and socialize with other people of like mind. Because we cater to all skill levels, the classes start with the very, very, very basic. We call it Secrets to Success. We talk about why you would use different inks and different papers for different applications. We talk about basics of perspective and masking. It is a springboard class to get everybody the best opportunity and the best foundation to have success in their stamping. There are many other classes that follow that focus on a variety of techniques. And some people, we sell them a la carte because some people want 1 or 2, some people want them all. You only pay for and you only sit through what you want. Okay? The facility that we have the retreat at is located right on Lake Guntersville. It has a beautiful patio, it has a fire pit. Inside it has a beautiful fireplace and couches and overstuffed chairs. So when you need to take a break or when you're done for the day, there's lots of opportunity to kick back and relax and just enjoy one another's company. So that's coming up April 9th through 13th. If you're interested, either contact me about it or the event website is stampingsafari.com. So you can go to stampingsafari.com and, sign up for it or at least see what's new, okay? We have a YouTube channel. Unfortunately, I'm woefully behind in creating videos. I wear so many hats around here and I do so many things that it's hard to keep up with everything. You know, most companies like ours would outsource some of the production. They'd outsource all the web work. But you know what? We're semi-retired. This is what we do. I have the knowledge and the ability to do pretty much all of it, and we don't really have the funds to outsource it. So everything takes its turn. I get to it when I get to it. But I would love to have you go to our YouTube channel. I would love to have you subscribe to it. I would love to be able to do live videos on YouTube. Unfortunately, their rules don't permit that until I have 1,000 people that are following me. So please go there, follow me. The more people that do that, the easier it will be for me to actually put new material. You're all on Facebook. How many of you are members of our Facebook group called Making a Scene Rubber Stampers? I hope you are, but if you're not, look us up. It's called Making a Scene Rubber Stampers. My customers share what they've done with our products. We make our own stamps. We have our own ink line. We do our own stencils. We have some of our own tools. We may be more than you think. And this year our focus is on doing a lot of things that are crossover items. We've got new mitering jigs, we've got bookboard, we've got bookboard kits, we've got accordion book kits, we've got lots of things that we're rolling out this year, and we're going to talk a little bit more about them a little bit later in the month on one of our other lives. All right, let me see. I have recently put new items in the Paper Crafters Purge 2 group. So if you're not familiar with that, that's our sister group. You'll wanna check that out. The girls that are involved here are all independent business owners, and most of us have listings on the 2 group as well. We will combine shipping from our websites and the 2 group and the flash sales upon request. Okay? So let's ask Freeman how the vulcanizer's coming.
Oh, good timing. 28 seconds.
28 seconds before the birth of the rubber. Woohoo! All right, I'm going to pull this off. We're going to come over here, and the countdown is on. All right. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And he's going to release the pressure. You can see that's moving down. He's going to pull that out. He's removing the protective sheet and set it aside. And then he has to, the rubber's hot, obviously, and this metal is hot. You want to try not to get burned.
Do you want me to pop them?
No, just go ahead and pull that off. And it always surprises me. This is not one of our most detailed image plates. This is more of traditional stamping. But it always surprises me the detail that is held when we do this. Now this is very hot right now, so it's going to have to cool. But once it's cool, he's going to take, don't do it right yet. He's going to take the rubber cutting scissors and he's going to cut all the images up into individuals. He's going to match them up with the inserts, put them in the bags, and hang them in the display cases. All right, so that covers the birth of rubber stamps. I hope all of you that joined us enjoyed it. I hope maybe you learned something. And I hope that you'll check us out, both on the Pager, the 2 group I call it, the Paper Crafters Purge 2 group. I just call it the 2 group. Check us out there. Check us out at peddlersden.com. Check us out at stampingsafari.com for our retreat and other events. And I'll see you Thursday for a sneak peek, and I'll be back on Saturday for the flash sale. Thank you so much. Bye now.